You are watching On Demand. Please do not try to vote or enter any competition or other interactivity in this programme, as it may not count and you may still be charged.
A little bit of movement there, Carol, as you came out there. Hello and welcome to your Friday Loose Women Live with me, Kay Adams, Sinetra Sarkar, Carol McGiffin and Denise Welsh. That, of course, was the Strictly Come Dancing theme tune that you can hear. The papers are full of rumours today. We can confirm that, yes, a loose woman is taking part in Strictly 2022. But have they got the name right? Remember, we fooled you before.
I wanted to be you, but
it's me! Well, we fooled you once, but will we fool you twice? Which loose women will join our Judy, Sinetra and co in the Glitter Hall of Fame? All we're saying is, don't always believe what you read. Also today, he's certainly got the moves. Gok Wan tells us how he's helping those with long-term health conditions find fun in fitness. There he is, he's got the legs out. Plus, Bad Mood Britain. Should we stop taking our anger out on staff? Right, but first, from Bad Mood Britain to Broke Britain, households have been told to prepare for a 15-month recession. The dire economic conditions will see household incomes drop for the next 2 years, which will be the first time that that's happened since records began in the 1960s. It's just punishing news for people, Denise, isn't it?
It's, you know, Kay, it's the human side of it. And the thing is, I heard another show on television this morning discussing this topic because obviously it's prevalent in all of our lives at the minute. And I saw this kind of outburst on Twitter of people saying, I'm sick of these people on television talking about the recession when, you know, da-da-da-da-da. But the fact is, you know, I admit that I spoke to both my sons last night. We had dinner and I said, we are incredibly lucky that we as a family will survive this recession. But we have friends and family who are in desperate situations at the, you know, at the moment, friends, you know, are really being affected by it. And it was a stark reality to me the other day when I sat down with a friend who told me how much their bills had gone up.
Okay, I think there's an alarm outside, but we'll get that checked out.
Who told me how much their bills are and how much this is going to impact on them. So I think it's important that even those of us who are lucky enough to know that we will withstand it, to discuss it and see what we can do to
I don't
help.
know. I mean, you're right. We are very fortunate, and it's important that we say that. But the way the world has been, I don't know who has got the confidence to say we will withstand it. I mean, things change rapidly. Things change rapidly.
We don't know.
Forever, isn't they?
Yeah, we don't know what's around the corner, and that's been the problem. The other thing, I think, is that we're not being offered the light at the end of the tunnel. At the moment, usually there's some sort of focus on 2 years' time, this will be where we are. But right now, we're sitting in a limbo where it's only getting worse. And I think the energy crisis has really triggered a lot of people because it's such a massive increase. People are going from £180 a month to something like £500 a month. Where are we meant to magic that money from? So,
and also the fear-mongering as well, it continues. We know we've had it for other reasons for over 2 years. But the thing is, if you look at the media, we all know that the bad news, you know, gets the most sort of clickbait. And talk about an energy crisis. There is a general energy crisis of people being beaten down by this as well, because there is no hope. There doesn't seem to be, as you correctly say, light at the end of the tunnel. What are they going to do?
So, I mean, should we be helping friends and family out? You know, I mean, would you do that, Carol?
You would have to, yeah. I mean, I don't lend money to people just willy-nilly. I know a lot of people do, and they think nothing of it, and they think I'm tight because I don't. But obviously, if my family needed it, of course I'd help them out. They would hate to ask, though, and I know they probably wouldn't, and they'll manage. But you know, the thing is that what makes me even more angry about that so many people are going to be struggling is that it's kind of happened for a lot of reasons that were, in my view, completely done deliberately. And I can't get over that. I can't get past that. It makes me really angry. Everyone's got their own blame game. Right? Everyone will blame, you know, this, that, or whatever, their favourite villain. But it is... this has been coming for a long time, and they've known it's been coming. And you're right. Again, you can't just say, well, we can ride this through.
Yeah.
No one knows they're going to, because you don't know what they're going to do next. And they could just take everything away from everybody. So, you know, fill your boots while you can.
With regards to lending money, I mean, there's only so much you can save for. You know, we all have hopes that we have a rainy day pot, but how long does that rainy day last for?
Well, exactly.
And I recently found, especially with the initial COVID crisis, 12 months' work just disappeared. Everything I'd planned for was gone, and I would have normally thought of other options, but all the options were closed. And I'd lent friends and family over the years several times. You know, I've been working in television for over 30 years, so there have been moments where I've been able to help. I haven't always been paid back, but I didn't give to always receive. But out of the blue, during COVID, one of those friends and family just dropped some money into my account and said, you know what, you helped me out back then. And it was so, I didn't want to accept it, but I felt the whole circle of humanity and generosity, if we can try and keep that going, because the worst thing we have is going to keep our bad mood in our generosity.
Well, I mean, I certainly don't have a blanket rule about, you know, lending money or whatever. If the circumstance was appropriate, then 100% I would. And I think that story you give is great, because in that moment, it was the right thing for you and whoever your friend or family member was to do that. The one thing I have to say that saddens me about the situation, you know, Carol, you and I don't share the similar view as to how this all came about, and that's fine.
I know.
But, I mean, what I do hear a lot now is, particularly from the Conservative leadership contenders, is, you know, that hard work leads to rewards, and, you know, Rishi Sunak, my family worked hard, etc., which I'm sure they did, and I have no issue with that. But there's so many people in this country working their butts off. They're working as hard as they can.
And they can't work anymore.
And they're still not able to manage.
Yeah.
And when you have that situation, then that is untenable, and that's when a government really, really needs to step up.
It's not just
because
about
people
money,
are
though,
working
Kate,
hard.
either. It's about food as well. There's going to be food shortages, and no matter how much money you've got, if there's no food,
You can't buy it.
you know, that's it. You can't buy it. So, you know, I think people really have to buckle up now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone can have that much confidence about the future at the moment, unfortunately, and that does create a bit of a vacuum of hope. And everyone needs light at the end of the tunnel. Everyone needs light at the end of the tunnel. And I think you said it, Carol, there is a kind of general bad mood around it. I mean, it feels like the country's in a bad mood. I mean, there's a post office in Wales. They've kind of had enough of it. They're taking matters into their own hands. They're threatening to fine people £10 if they are rude to staff. There you go. There's their sign. Good luck with that, I have to say.
Exactly.
But,
how you
know,
get that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can
People
imagine.
haven't got it for a start.
Well, I know, but that is the mood.
Well, this is becoming rife. I only realised I rang my doctor's surgery to get some bloods done, and I got through to the usual voice message that you get whenever you ring most health centres. Hello, welcome, and it goes on and on.
God forbid a person might actually answer.
It was I expected a long message, but at the end of this message, they continued and said, and we would like to remind our patients that we will not tolerate any verbal abuse, and if we hear about any situations where your staff... And I thought, what's all this extra information about verbal abuse? As if they were preempting that there's so many people who are doing it. Anyway, I spoke to a receptionist who was very lovely, very helpful, and I felt like I wanted to say at the end of it, I'm really sorry that you've been experiencing so much verbal abuse that you felt you had to put it on the opening message for everyone to hear.
But sadly, I don't think that would have the desired effect, because human nature, you've listened to, I don't know, a 45-second voicemail and it ends with that.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to make you say, oh, right, I must be cheery. And so we all seem to be going like this. Maybe, you know what, maybe we just all have a duty that if we are fortunate to perk up a bit. And I know that sounds facile.
It's hard as well, though, like we've just
I know,
said.
but I tell you what, I was at the airport last week, you know, classic grumpy situation, isn't it? Everyone's in a bad mood, standing in this long queue, and there was a guy working on security. And I have to admit that I'm grumpy in that situation because I've done it 100 times. And my God, I take my hat off to this guy, because he managed that situation beautifully. He smiled at everyone, he looked in there, hi there, how you doing? You having a good day? Just a wee reminder, I know something, you know, and you would have been an absolute idiot to be grumpy at him. And I just had such
the way
respect for
forward.
him in a difficult
you get
job.
what you give, right?
He raised himself up to be friendly, and it made everyone else friendly. And I thought,
But they can
well
be
done.
so officious, those people, I know. And when they're not...
Because
it
they're
doesn't
being
take
paid
much, does
rubbish
it?
and they're having a
It's
hard
also,
time
yeah,
from
but
grumpy
it's their
people.
job.
A lot of airport people, especially, you know, abroad sometimes, just, you know, clearly have no control in their own lives at home. So they search whatever they can. You know, there is a general rule that airport people can be very rude.
Mad.
But I think that that there is a general malaise. People are angry at what we've been through. They're angry that everywhere's short-staffed. But you know what makes my blood boil when I get the most angry? It's not the situation about delays or this. It's the fact that there's no communication. If you are communicated with, if the people from the airline, for example, say, guys, we are so sorry. There is nothing we can do. We are short-staffed. The plane is in Verona. It can't get here. You're definitely taking off. It's 7 hours, but you're definitely going. You're just relieved with the information. But I was on the train yesterday, and all I said to the guy was, you know, when's the coffee coming? He said, there's no coffee. Very surly. And I said, which makes me. And I said, oh,
Exactly.
okay, but I just thought I might get a cup of coffee. He said, well, there isn't none because we're short-staffed. I said, I'm not having a go at you. There's no need to be defensive. And he said, okay, I'm really sorry. He said, I'm defensive because I'm on my own on this train. Yet again, I know that people on here are paying a lot of money in this situation, and I can't do anything about it. You've got to complain. And then another lady on the train said to me, please check your trains because we are giving up working on our rest days. We have chosen to work on our rest days, given rest days in lieu, but the goodwill has gone. And we are so sorry for people like you, a regular traveller, whose life is going to be affected. And I understood what she was saying. It doesn't mean that I won't be annoyed when I'm stranded.
So maybe we've got to stop getting annoyed. Maybe we have got to start giving everybody around us a break. Get annoyed at your government.
Like that going around where people are going to get fined for being, you know,
But then the government will people will get away with bad service.
But maybe we just have to. Maybe we have to stop.
Nothing works, Kate. Nothing works. Nothing works. I know there's a lot of people working really, really hard, and maybe harder than they ever have done because there aren't enough people working. But the point is, when nothing works,
breaks down,
and everything breaks down, and no one ever gives you, like Denise says, any explanation, it's not surprising that you're getting a bit of a mood about it.
No, but I think we've got to take a deep breath and grow up and say these are tough times, and we're going to have to put a smile on our face and get on with it. Personally, but anyway, we're going to smile a bit later. Our Loose Women Strictly star is revealed, and Gokwan is here. But coming up next, can anyone fall in love? Sang Anita Dobson. Yep. But what happens when, like Anita and Brian May, your love is put to the test by ill health? Our thoughts after this.
It isn't so clever. Anyone can fall in love.
It's been over 2 long years, but we've missed you and we want to see your faces right here. That's right, we are bringing our live studio audience back.
Hello, audience.
We've got big guests and all your favourite panellists. All we need is you. Go to itv.com/loosewomen to apply for free tickets for September and beyond.
Nice to see you again. Well, we've got climate change going on at the bottom of the desk here. We have got Denise, that's her fan that you can hear, which has been whirring away all through the break. And next to Denise, we have Carol, who is moaning about how cold it is the whole time. She is actually wearing a thermal vest. Shows your thermal vest.
Long sleeves.
Long sleeve thermal vest.
I'm still freezing.
This is my version of OnlyFans. So you can sign up here. That's what you'll get for your subscription. I am absolutely roasting, and I am post-menopausal. Spoken to the amount of women. Carol's freezing. We call it Nesh in Newcastle. She is Nesh in the Caribbean.
She is Nesh.
She's absolutely ridiculous. Sunetra, I know you're a bit
Jack, fantastic fanning. Well done. Absolutely excellent.
My biggest fan. Thank you,
Still
Jack.
to come, from Sinetra's Samba to Ruth's Rumba, and from Frankie's Foxtrot to Judy's Jive. Us Loose Women have a long history when it comes to Strictly, but are the rumours about the latest Loose Women to join the show really true? Do not always believe what you read, folks. Find out later. But first, how'd you fancy being £90,000 richer? Lisa Snowdon has all the details.
Now, if you're looking for a carefree summer, I have exactly what you need. So listen carefully as we're giving you another chance to win a sizzling hot prize. One of you at home will see £90,000 in tax-free cash whisking its way into your bank account. Just imagine how liberating that would feel. A summer to kick back and relax. But if you fancy becoming £90,000 richer, one single entry could make you a winner. These guys have done it, so you could too.
It has been life-changing for us as a family, and yeah, like I say, just to take that worry away, those everyday worries of bills, and to be able to plan fun things, it's just, yeah, it's been amazing.
So if you want to be in with another chance to win £90,000 and soak up all that summer goodness, text cash to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 786060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY29 PO Box 7558 Derby DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday the 19th of August at 3 p.m. Good luck!
They've been together since 1986, so after Brian May suffered a heart attack back in 2020, his wife, Anita Dobson, was the first in line to help with his recovery. However, Anita has now admitted that her bedside manner needed work, saying, "I was the most miserable nurse you have ever seen." So being a nurse in your relationships, I suppose it makes a difference whether it's a long-term condition or a really scary event like Brian May had, or you think, okay, it's a week of man flu.
And I've worked with Anita, and I think she'll have been a far better nurse than she's given herself credit for. But as I've played a TV doctor for so many years, my bedside manner is very flippant, and maybe I've flipped into wanting to prove I could be better than I've been on screen at times. And so when Scott gets ill, or anyone really that's close to me gets ill, I kind of want to be as good to them as I want someone to be for me. But I have been like doors slammed on my face. Like, Scott's not interested. He's like, leave me alone. Let me get ill on my own, and I'll let you know if I need you. And I found that I'm fine with that. I'm like, okay, well then I'll just wait downstairs, and then I think, I should be a bit better than that, and I get told no. So I don't think I am a very good nurse, but that I am a very good patient. I'll let you look after me. I will let you look after me.
I think women can't help themselves, though, can they?
I can.
Well, you're natural nurturers.
No.
No, I'm not really a nurse.
Are you
I'm
a
not
natural
very good.
nurturer?
I can't help keep asking, do you want anything? And yeah. So, but Mark's very responsive to that. He's like, yeah, I could do with some paracetamol. Or I think you better take me temperature. But yeah, so I'm pretty good at that, and I'm quite patient, but it runs out quite quickly. But for me, if I'm ill, like not seriously ill, he won't even know about it, because I don't say anything and I don't go on about it. But with Mark, you get an update every 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're conditioned.
I think you need to take the temperature.
I know.
And then he puts on this voice, like the sick voice.
Oh, the sick
You know,
voice.
his sick voice.
The sick voice. But I mean, Link said to me one day, "You are the worst nurse of anybody that I've ever known." I said, "That is because you are the worst patient. My nursing skills are made better or worse by how the patient is. But Lincoln isn't
never your fault, then. Never your fault.
He's a cross, poorly person. So if somebody goes to me, don't leave the door up. You've opened the curtains. It's like, oh my God, I don't care about you. Shut the door. I don't care. But if you do a little boy voice of, could I just have some? It makes me a bit more sympathetic. Yeah. But Lincoln is the typical man with man flu. Why do men with man flu have to clutch the furniture when they walk around? Why do they have to move from the chair to the breakfast kit, the sink, and then like that all the time? That just makes me.
I don't think that's a man or a woman thing. I think some men and some women. I mean, well, Ian is not like that. He is so stoic. He absolutely is. He never complains when he's not well, and I don't think I do either. We're really quite similar. Yeah.
When I'm really poorly, when I've been really poorly, and especially with mental illness, which obviously you can't see, I have to say, though, that's when Lincoln has really come into his own. He is marvellous at looking after me. I'm talking about more of the superficial, and I know Mark was with you.
Yeah. Credit where credit's due. When I was really ill, when I had breast cancer, he was like a superhero. I mean, honestly, and I wasn't surprised, but I was a bit surprised at how amazing he was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is such a gift
I
to have
couldn't
someone.
help telling people, and I mean, everyone thinks he's amazing anyway, but I mean, it was quite incredible actually.
Yeah.
What he did,
But
and how he
that is
supported
love.
me.
I mean, that is love. And when you're in that situation, it's, you know, you're going to be poorly for 2 or 3 days. You can still afford to have that banter. Oh, shut up. Oh, get away.
Exactly.
But
when the chips are really down.
Yeah. You know when you have that sort of level of devotion. And we would all hope that we had that. I mean, God, I saw my mum, you know, for 2 years nurse my dad like that. And I mean, she ran herself into the ground to the point that you're watching thinking, I don't know who I'm more concerned about, my dad, who was officially ill, and my mum, you know, who was running herself into the ground. She was never very good at the sort of nicey stuff, my mum, because she was a very sort of, you know, a little tornado, but she would have moved mountains if she could. And when you watch that from a slightly removed position, it's awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
People don't always need sympathy, though, do they? I mean, a lot of people don't like that sort of.
No, you're right. You know what? When I was ill, because my dad's a doctor, he would just say, "Oh, I'll have to chop your leg off." Everything.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, literally no sympathy at all.
Exactly.
So I was like the tough love from a child. And like not feeling good.
My sister always says that we're always, you know, we're always pleased because Mum was poorly for so many years with on and off with a cancer, and Dad was obviously caring for her, and then of course latterly he was poorly, and we always say it was a much better way around because my dad was a much better nurse than my mother would have been. I mean, I just imagine my mother go, "Oh God, he's driving me up the wall, yeah, Dad." She would have just been doing that about absolutely everything, with Dad going like this, desperate for help. Oh my God! So it definitely sorted itself out that way, but yeah.
So coming up after one, the big moment, the truth behind those Loose Women's Strictly stories in today's papers. And in just a moment, has a long-term health condition put you off or a loved one off exercise? If so, we know just the man. Scott Gwan is on his mission to get us moving. He's coming up next.
On Monday, Loose Women will be joined by Corrie favourite Sam Aston and his wife Bryony. They'll be sharing an honest account of family life, from health to happiness and hypnobirthing. Chaos. Sam and Bryony Aston, plus their mini-me's. Monday from 12:30.
Watch this. There you go. Go on, up strong.
Welcome back to Friday's Loose Women Live. Us Loose Women are known for our nana dancing, but which one of us is set to join this year's Strictly lineup? Oh my Lord. And not embarrass themselves in any way at all.
I'm so excited. I
want
to know who it is.
Well, see, you're in a lovely position because, you know, you have been there and you're just sitting going, woo.
No, it's not you.
All right.
You guys.
Okay. It could be you. Going to win the lottery. Anyway, listen, we're going to find out very, very shortly. But we're talking about how many shoes you shove in your suitcase for a holiday. Apparently, 3/4 of women pack 5 or more pairs of shoes, and they have to put them in their partner's case because apparently men only pack 3 pairs of shoes. Personally, I'm 2 pairs of shoes and a pair of trainers. What are you?
That's 3 then.
Well, yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not normally a stat, you know, when we come off the back of stats on here, but I'm a stat.
Go on then.
Because I'm a stat. Because that's exactly what I do. I mostly wear the shoes that Katie Piper hates. So I take my flip-flops,
Oh my God.
you know, but, well,
Linda Robson.
so yeah, normally I take a big suitcase and I take loads of pairs of shoes. I can't get them all in my case, so I sneak them into Lincoln's and he doesn't discover them until we get back. And I wear 2 pairs. But recently I've been taking hand luggage and I've been doing the Jane Moore School of Packing and taking just 2 pairs. And that is my way forward as much as possible. Because I think we all take too many.
We do.
shoes.
It's by necessity, though, isn't it? Because you know if you check a bag in, you're never going to see
Well,
it.
exactly. And I try
Don't be
to
grumpy.
be...
Well, no, I'm just saying.
I try to be sensible and do what we're told to do and take the 3. I do trainers, flip-flops, and maybe a high heel, right? And what I'm wearing to go in. And then what I do, without fail, I buy a pair of shoes on holiday.
On holiday?
Yeah, because I think, oh, I didn't get anything that I could do that in, or these won't work with that outfit. So then I buy shoes and I become the stat. So I leave the country not a stat.
And stick them in
and
Scott's
I come
bag.
back a stat.
Stat becomes a stat, still grumpy.
And stat's not me.
How many pair of shoes do you take?
Normally 2, but if it's a big holiday, about 10.
Normally do
Seriously.
about it. And of course, that includes her lying down shoes.
Oh,
That's a whole other story. Let's bring in someone who knows all about shoes. He's a fashion stylist, presenter, designer, DJ, author, cook, and MBE, who's adding yet another feather to his boa. He's on a mission to get us all moving. And here to tell us more, please welcome Gok Kwan.
It's not me. Can you imagine if it was me? Strictly.
Why not?
Oh, do you know,
Never
they
say
always
never.
ask me.
Never say
And
never.
I just, do you know what? I just can't cope with the nerves. Like my
I
mate,
get you.
You know, Brian Connolly
Yeah.
is a good friend of mine, and he did it a few years ago, and I went to go and see his show, and he was so terrified before he went out there. I thought, I'm not going to put myself through it. You did it, right?
It's true.
Awful.
You know, it's physically like debilitating.
Ruth
You
Langston
feel like
said when she hears the theme tune, she gets an anxiety thing
Yeah.
going
Quite
on.
like
But you love music, you love movement. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you
No, I love
not
it,
love
rave
it?
in a club on a podium in a pair of hot pants. And I'm there.
Oh, right.
But just on a
Like Denise.
love it.
Just exactly. Me and Denise have done that.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have done that.
But just not on live television in front of the nation, and then you're turning around saying, oh, and by the way, I was awful. Can you judge that?
Yeah.
It fills me with fear.
Fear.
That's
Just
my
wondering which
core.
one of us is
I know,
doing
who's
it.
doing it?
I know.
We don't know. We do not know. We don't know.
They've all got their poker faces on
Yeah,
in a way that I
exactly.
can't read anyone today.
The thing is,
Everyone's-
it could be any of them.
No,
It's
because
like-
it would be the BBC's worst decision if it was Carol, honestly. It really would be.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It really, no, because you are the worst dancer
Oh, are
I've
you?
ever seen. She's terrible. God.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I'm really good. I'm
You're
really good.
just by doing that is proving you wrong.
But you're getting the nation moving and dancing. Is that what you're doing?
So I'm working on this incredible campaign, and I have to say it's incredible. So
It is, actually, yeah.
So
I agree.
we are undefeated. They came to me and said, we've got this campaign called Move to Your Mood, and it's all about getting everyone just moving more. And during lockdown, I had a terrible lockdown. We've spoken about this. I've been on the show talking about it, and I felt very lonely. I felt very isolated. I had to do as much as I possibly could to keep myself focused and keep myself out there, because I just didn't trust what was going on in my own brain, which probably doesn't make sense to many people.
No,
It's
I think
me.
it does.
It does.
And so I started running. I started doing the Couch to 5K. And in fact, I kind of inspired Ruth to do the same thing. And Ruth
And
did.
me, you
And
inspired.
yeah. And so I was very public about it, because I thought if I put it on all my socials and get everyone to follow me, they're going to, kind of look after my progress. And I did it all, but it didn't last for very long, because I'm a bit of a fad. I like things in fads. I go hell for
I'm a
leather
bit
or
like
something.
that. Yeah.
It's amazing. And once I've completed it,
Like,
done the
whatever.
5K, I'm like, right, let's go have a burger. Let's go and sit down now.
Yeah.
And so, but I knew then, actually, just moving more and being physical was great for my mental well-being. It was great for my physical well-being. It was great to centre me. And it was also the best thing I could have done during lockdown to help with my anxiety. So when the wonderful people at We Are Undefeated came to me with this campaign, I said to them, absolutely, I'm all about this.
Is this for people with long-term health conditions?
Long-term
Scott?
health conditions, but actually for everyone. So it's kind of aimed at people with long-term health conditions, but for absolutely for everyone. So it's for my mum, who uses a wheelchair when she leaves the home. She's able-bodied at home, but she's got issues and stuff. So it's for my mum, it's for my dad, it's for me, it's for my sister, it's for all of you, because we know the simple algebra. The more you move your body, the better you're going to feel. It's really, really
but
simple.
it's not the better you are.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
you're
high impact.
Absolutely,
no.
yeah.
So you're not calling it exercise.
No,
this is
we're
an
not at all,
important
because
point, and I think
exercise is
that's really-
scary.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's really, really
Yeah.
scary.
The language is really interesting
Yeah.
there, that you're not saying fitness and exercise, you're saying just move.
Yeah. Well, when
Yeah.
I was at school and I was so overweight, actually, I quite enjoyed being physical. I quite enjoyed playing sports. But because of the bullying that I got because of what I looked like when I was doing it, just the word exercise still, it's in there somewhere, kind of terrifies me. So if you say to somebody, right, you need to do more exercise to get fitter, instantly you're going to think, right, what am I going to wear? How am I going to present myself? Do I have the right kit? Am I able to do this?
How long
But
is it going to
exactly.
take?
Will everyone
But if
else look
you-
fantastic?
Can I
and
afford to
all
go
that?
to a
Yeah.
gym? It doesn't have to be in
Exactly,
a
all
gym,
of those
does it?
things.
Of course.
And so these videos, we created 3 different videos for three different moods. It's all out there, so check it out because it's incredible. You can see it here. There's me doing it, and it's for people of all capabilities as well. And we're saying you don't need to go and buy loads of gym kit and weights and this. You can use a tea towel. You can use a can of food, a can of beans or something.
Wear your normal clothes.
Absolutely, wear your normal clothes. And the best thing is you can do this at home. And the most wonderful thing is that since this campaign went out, I have been absolutely inundated by my followers that have said, this is incredible. Thank you so much for highlighting this. And we're talking people that work for our amazing NHS, which I'm a massive supporter of, turn around saying, I'm going to share this with my colleagues. It literally gives me goosebumps when I think about it. I'm going to share this with my colleagues because this is an amazing thing that you're doing and getting everyone moving more, because we know if you move, you release serotonin, you release your endorphins. We smile and we're really happy. And so we're doing that. And so that's the big campaign. We should all move more, do as much as you possibly can, listen to your body, listen to your mood. If you're feeling relaxed, do the relaxed one. If you're feeling energized, do the energized one. And don't be under any pressure of anybody else that turns around and says you should be doing more. Because I could tell you what you could say to them, but not on live TV.
You're so great. So, talking about moving, Glastonbury.
I know. It was amazing.
DJ.
How
What?
Life goals.
Yes,
life
DJ.
goals.
I know.
You're a DJ. Started in isolation nation, keeping the nation going
amazing.
in lockdown.
It is amazing,
The funny thing is, I've been DJing for years. There's not many people knew about it, because unless you bought a ticket for a festival or for a club, you know, there's no way that you would know that I was a DJ. And I was a massive surprise to all those people there. Then when we went into lockdown, again, talking about lockdown, as you can see, it's a big thing that I'm working through at the moment, is I thought to myself, I've got to do something, because all of a sudden I'm not allowed to be around my friends, my family, my work, my people. I'm just on my own with the dog in my house. And so I said to my social media followers, do you want me to drop a set? And the first reaction was, what? You're a DJ?
What are you talking about?
Drop a set? And I said, yeah, I've been DJing for years. So I did this set and on Instagram. I think I'm allowed to say that. I did this set on Instagram, and we had a couple of hundred people on, and it was just so joyful. And I was watching these comments run through the feed on my tablet, and it was just people turning around saying, this is amazing. And I've been isolating and I've been shielding and I've not had any contact with anyone. You're the first person that I feel like I've spoken
Honestly,
to.
my friend Phil said it got her through mentally through that time.
It was like a party when you couldn't party.
I have to say, I saw you at an event in Glasgow a few months back, and boy, did you raise the roof.
Do you play any pop tunes as well, or do you just go do?
You know,
Nana, it's time to be quiet now.
Yes. Do you play any pop tunes? Do you play the hit parade?
The big moment is almost upon us. We are finding out if the rumours are true. Which loose women will be taking to the dance floor and joining the cast of Strictly Come Dancing 2022? Is it Denise? Is it Carol? Maybe it's you, Cock?
Could be you.
Is it me? It's definitely not me. And look who's joined us from her holiday. Is it our Nadia?
It's Nadia. Oh my God.
Maybe it's none of us. Maybe it's one of these loose ladies. Just a few short minutes and all will be revealed. Don't go anywhere. That's exciting. Welcome back to Loose Women. Well, the rumour mill has been in full swing over the past 24 hours. It's been in full swing along this panel for the last hour, I can tell you. But was it a load of old rumba, or is there some truth behind the tango? It is time now to find out who is the latest Loose Women star to join the lineup of Strictly 2022. The loose woman taking part in this year's Strictly Come Dancing is... To be revealed after the competition.
We are all about making winners at ITV, and this time it could be you. Yes, here's another chance to win our Summer of Money giveaway. £90,000 in tax-free cash could be topping up your bank account. Whether you want to splash the cash on exotic family holidays, a brand new car, or endless shopping sprees, the choice is yours. Just think about how it would feel to get that winning call.
I'm a single parent. I just started a new business. So to have this is just taking the pressure off. Winning the prize has absolutely changed my life. I might get a bit teary. Sorry.
ITV has made over 298 winners in the last 12 months, and you could be next. What are you waiting for? Get entering now. It only takes seconds. For another chance to win, text cash to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website. Entries cost £2. Call 09068 786060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY29 PO Box 7558 Derby DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday the 19th of August at 3 p.m. Good luck.
Alrighty, no more messing about. We're beside ourselves here. We really are, aren't we?
I'm really nervous.
What are you getting nervous
I don't
for?
know. This feels really disturbing.
It's time to find out which loose woman is taking part in this year's Strictly. The loose woman taking part in this year's Strictly, is it Stacey, Charlene, Linda, Janet, Denzi, Carol McGiffin, Nadia Sawala. There she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, look, there's Nadia. What's she doing here?
No.
Oh, or is it me? Well, there we go. Could be any of these people, but it's time to find out.
It's me!
You're kidding!
I am kidding, it's not me.
Thank God.
Double bluff, it is me. No, it's
Oh,
No way.
oh, my heart, my heart.
Please, is it you?
Let it be done.
Who is it?
It's not
This-
me.
This is getting ridiculous. It's not you.
No, oh God, it's not me. No double bluff, it's not me.
Who is it? Who is it? Is it?
Stop it.
Oh, again.
What are you going?
Stacey.
Oh my God, who is it? I know it.
Charlene.
It's gotta be, right?
Linda. Me. Denise. Nadia, what is Nadia doing here? That's what I want to know. What is she doing here? Or is it Janet? I hope it is Janet. Oh, who is it? It's me!
I knew it was you! Oh, you've been acting weird all the time. You got distracted.
Look at Nadia.
Look at the foil. The foil. It's her.
Kay, what have you done? Nadia's trying to say something.
Nadia, can you hear us, Nadia?
Is it actually you?
It is. It's Kay.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Kay, how do you feel?
Well, she just said, poor you.
No, well, I didn't know. I just felt like you've gone through this whole day having to pretend it was someone else.
Oh,
God's coming on,
God.
going, I could never live with the nerves. It'll be fantastic. Listen, everybody says, don't they? That it's
You know,
nerve-wracking.
she's suddenly trying to make it
No,
a good
I
day.
did Dancing on Ice, and it's terrifying, but it's a wonderful, wonderful experience to do a show
honestly,
like that.
listen, I've
Have you
no
done
regret.
that?
I swear I would do it again because of the people I've made friends with. Because you will make the closest connection in the fear.
Dance?
Through the fear.
No, I can't dance at all. I'm terrible. I've got 2 left feet. Nadia, are you shocked?
Oh my.
Oh my God, I feel emotional. Honestly, I could cry. That I'm not there to give you a big hug. It's amazing that you're going to do it. Because let's face it, you can't dance, but that's what we like on Strictly. We like to see somebody learn to dance. You're going to be incredible, and you're so funny, and you've got the best legs in the business.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I can't wait to get home and chat with you.
Hey, what do the kids say? What do the girls say?
They're okay, Mum. It's quite funny because, I mean, like at home, so I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified because, as Nadia very kindly says, as a supportive friend does, let's face it, you can't dance, which is true. It's true.
Have you started that?
entrant.
No, but that's the journey. That is the journey. I swear down. People who can dance already are not the journey that everyone wants to watch.
Don't worry,
It's
I'll be a journey.
Well, that's a great...
Tell us why? I cannot get my head around this.
After me thinking
Well, do you
it
know
was
what?
you.
I'll be honest with you.
I knew it was her.
I could think of a million reasons not to do this, and I can still think of a million reasons not to do this. And when these gorgeous young dancers come on, I nearly, exited from both ends of my body, honestly. But, sorry about that.
Nice.
But I thought, am I going to be sitting at the end of September thinking, do you know what, why didn't you just give it a go?
Absolutely, you would have.
And, I'm 59. I know I'm out about my age, which I never was. I've always lied about my age, and I've decided to embrace it. And so I'm 60 at the end of this year.
Amazing.
And I think, well, why not? Why not? I can't make much of a fool of myself
Look at
anymore
Bill
than
Bailey.
I am.
Bill Bailey, who won it.
No. But
real surprises.
Oh my God, Saturday nights are going to be so brilliant.
But do you know the really good thing?
now.
The really good thing is, because I'm a really competitive person, and Nadia, you know that's true. But in this, I'm not. If I enjoy myself, I'll be so happy.
We're proud of you. This is so far out of your comfort zone. I can't even imagine. I'm calling you straight after this. I just can't imagine how terrified you are. I'm so proud of you for throwing yourself in.
Yeah, I am. You've got all the support from us.
Get back to the beach, shoot. I've had enough of you. Get going.
Yay!
Sky Adams.
Strictly winner.
I love the way that Nadia tries to get the supportive friend speech and then bursts into giggles. That is it for today. Join us live all next week for a soap family affair when Corrie's Chesney and Emmerdale's Vanessa introduce us to their real-life broods. A huge thank you to all of our dancers from the OT and Maria's dance studio. One last thing to do. Shall we have a little practice?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, cue the music.
Baby, don't go yet, cause I wore this dress for a little drama. And I bet that you think that you know, but you don't, baby, come to mama. I get what I want.